Physical security controls can be classified as administrative, technical, or physical. Administrative controls include site selection, facility management, and response procedures. Technical controls include access controls, intrusion detection, and utilities monitoring. Physical controls include fences, locks, and guards. Physical controls have a functional implementation order that they should follow. Most important, controls should be able to deter attacks, such as by using boundary restrictions. If this is not possible, then controls should be able to deny attacks, such as by using access controls. If not possible, then controls should be able to detect attacks, such as by using sensors. If this is also not possible, then the controls should at least be able to delay an attack, such as by using locks, where authorities would have enough time to respond to the attack. Several topics should be considered when implementing physical security, and they include the following: equipment failure, wiring closets, server rooms, media storage facilities, evidence storage, and work area security. All equipment eventually fail regardless of their quality, so the organization should be prepared for when it happens, to ensure the availability of its information and operations. The organization should be able to replace the failed equipment within an acceptable time to the business, by either keeping replacement equipment on site, or by having a service agreement with a vendor to supply the equipment within an agreed-on period of time. In addition to that, older equipment should be monitored and maintained. Wiring closets are the place where the networking cables are typically terminated. Switches and patch panels are usually placed in wiring closets. In larger organizations it is common to find multiple closets even in the same building, and this is due to the fact that copper cables can't transmit data beyond 100 meters. In addition to the networking cables, the closet could host cables for alarm systems, telephone systems, video systems, and security cameras. Attackers who gain access to a wiring closet can either wiretap the existing connections, or simply cut the cables and cause immediate damage. To protect the wiring closets, the area should be kept tidy, video monitoring should be installed inside, entries to the closets should be logged, and physical inspections should be regularly performed. Server rooms are areas that host the business servers, networking devices, and most of the hardware that an organization is using for its IT operation. Those rooms should be made human incompatible for extra protection, and should provide optimal conditions for the IT infrastructure to operate. Media storage facilities are used to safely store media such as hard drives, disks, and tapes, and to protect them from theft or corruption. Reusable storage media should be protected from being stolen, where the attacker might be able to recover the data remnants on it, which can be done by a simple data recovery tool. Media should be locked in a safe, and should be managed by a custodian who controls access to it, and tracks its use and ownership. Evidence storage includes storing logs, audit trails, and other records that the information systems are configured to generate. These logs could be used in case an incident happens and it needs to be investigated, or for law enforcement purposes and forensic analysis. This data should be stored on a separate storage system, and preferably keep them offline if not in use. The data's confidentiality and integrity should be maintained, using encryption and hashing techniques. Work areas should be designed in a way that ensures their security, where more sensitive areas should have higher security controls, where for example server rooms should be only accessible to the relevant IT personnel.